am I feeling right now? Am I on? I'm on. Hello, Mr. B. How are you, my friend? All right, guys. Let's wait for the numbers to pop up for a second, and I'll have a rough idea. No sense in repeating ourselves that many times. Oh, 8 already. Excellent. Well, hopefully, happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there, or to everybody who still has mothers, or whichever else. So, yeah, I kind of just stayed away from social media pretty well the whole weekend, and it was kind of nice. Not gonna lie, I didn't worry about toys. I didn't watch any YouTube stuff, so I'm even farther behind than I want to be. But it was okay. We had decent weather yesterday. Today was fairly overcast, but again, we went for a hike and what have you. So, hey, Mr. Paul, yeah. Mr. Brandon's going to be on hanging out with us, so which is excellent. So yes. Gilster, how do? Should have brought my cleaning cloth. My glasses are filthy today. You know what? Like it's just I haven't read what the numbers were for COVID related things. We're getting into the last couple of weeks of this lockdown to find out if we're going to still be locked down or not. But yeah, I didn't watch any news, nothing, no sports, or any of it. So a couple of good walks over the weekend, and yeah, so it was quite nice. Skeletor, hello, Mr. Sleeping. Great White North Empire. Hey, Linda, happy Mother's Day, Linda. Hello. All right, so yeah, guys. So like it showed in the thing, and that was definitely my fault for not being on social media to just repost and remind. But everybody generally knows Sunday, 8 o'clock. Either it's just you and me, or sometimes we can manage to get some people to come on and hang out with us for a while. So I know the last couple of times that I've been on, they were more a little more salty than usual, but I think it was things that needed to be said. I think we've seen it on multiple streams in our community about just how not great Tuesday was. I would imagine there probably will be people that'll probably touch upon it in the chat tonight. I don't want to keep beating it into the ground. Brandon and I, maybe we'll touch upon it just for a minute or two or whatever. But I really don't think there's much left in the tank to really. I mean, we'll sit here, we'll gripe, and we'll just spend all this time stressing about this stuff some more. It's not going to change anything. It's not like the magic, action figure fairy is going to fix it and we're all going to be like, yay. But no. But yeah, anybody needs just it's Sunday. Tomorrow, I know Monday, we're getting into the new week. So tonight will just be the last night. Just if you need to get it out, we'll do that. But let me just see if anybody else has popped in. Oh, Crazy 8. How are ya? I've heard rumors that there might be. I've never experienced this thing yet, but yeah, there could be. But anyways, guys, so Brandon's hanging out in the back. We'll bring him on in, and we'll just see what's going on. I do have a busy start to the week, so I'll just put it out there. This isn't going to be a super long one. So I think hopefully, if we can wrap her up by 10. And then yeah, so and then we'll see how the rest of the week plays out. I do need to put some stuff up, but yeah, I got a couple that are pretty well ready to go. So maybe you'll get something this week. I think probably, and yeah, the last thing I want to say is so that stormtrooper right here, this guy. 3, I am at 1,197 subscribers. So 3 away from figuring out how I'm going to get this to one of you out there. So just keep that in the back of your brains just a little bit. So other than that, we'll bring Brandon on out and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, hold on. Here he comes. And here he is.
Hey, everybody.
Howdy, sir. I know we were talking a few minutes in the back, so like I said, with not really being on any of the socials this weekend, I don't know if that's the correct term to use now. If it's just social, I don't know. That stinks about what's happened with your numbers. Again, I think like Hasbro on Tuesday, we won't beat this into the ground. It is what it is. Some of us in the YouTube game have experienced it as well. It is definitely, it is a bummer, but yeah.
Yeah, and not everybody has probably seen it because I just posted it on Twitter, but I had even earlier last evening, I had like 1,020 something subscribers, and then today I just checked after being on a stream and spending some time with my mom, and it was all the way back down to 928. So yeah, but it is what it is. They might pop back up, and yeah, it was just allergy season. My nose is all stuffy, my voice is all
yes.
But
you're in for a real treat, everybody. So yeah, Brandon, you're sounding really good right now. Because I've got to that point too. So I should have made a tea, but since I was getting roasted on Friday for the way I drink my tea, I've decided maybe I'm not drinking tea anymore. I don't know. So again, those damn Brits picking on the Canadian who doesn't put milk in his tea. That just sounds revolting. But whatever, that's fine. So, hey, Toy Junkies, how are you? Downfall Wrestling. Oh, sleeping.
Yeah.
Yes. Toy Junkies, heard someone say action figure theory. I don't know. Believe me, if I knew, I don't know if I'd share it, honestly, because I would just hog the fairy all to myself. But yeah, there are rumors. There are said rumors of the action figure fairy. So. Skeletor. What are we talking about? We're talking about Brandon finally hit apparent on the numbers, because I did see it with my eyeballs that I did see 1,000. So he hit his numbers, and then due to either algorithm or the YouTube fake account police have come through and just kind of and actually chiseled him below where he technically was. I mean, like I said, I've had it happen to me before. Not nearly as drastic as what Brandon's just gone through, but definitely. When it comes to, and I mean, anybody know, I've done a lot of giveaways between the beginning of my channel up to the 1,000, like multiples out there, and you always generally sometimes do see a bit of a spike in your numbers when people hear giveaways. So your numbers do go up a little bit. And then sometimes they'll either just forget to unsubscribe after it's over, and your numbers will just kind of sit there, and nobody will, the bell icon's not on, so they don't get the notification, and they'll just go about their day. I know there's a bunch of them on my channel that are definitely like that still. And it does definitely sucks. It does take the wind out of your sails for a little bit, but I mean, you know what? Like Brett said, it is what it is. It's not like he's again, it's happened to multiple people, but yeah, it stinks.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, G-Force. It took 11. Yeah, see, I dropped between like 11 and 25 in and around that, almost up to maybe 30. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then I slowed my giveaways down for a while because I was like, probably that it. Because, I used to get called, oh, you're buying your subs or whatever. And it's like, no, I'm thanking people, honestly, because, they got to give their time up to watch whatever we're talking about, and we're slinging our wares or whatever. But yeah, I think I dropped almost 30, pretty close to 30 one time, and I was like, okay, yeah, something's not right. So I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to stop looking at it because I went on my YouTube studio and it says 875 now.
Okay, there's you know what? Just sleep on it. Yeah, turn it off. Turn it off. Well, geez, Brandon, I almost feel so bad. I'd almost consider eating a friggin' mac and cheese candy in your honor tonight. Really,
No,
just to make you laugh a little bit more.
Don't do it.
But yeah, just you know what? If it's goofing like that, there's definitely something with whatever. So yeah, we're just. What's his YouTube? Okay, thank you. I didn't see if I got any mods in the chat right now. I don't see Josh. Hey, Clone Command. Good Lord Almighty. Let's see. Who else have I made? I should. Oh, I made Brandon a mod. Yeah, Brandon. Can yeah, he's got to pimp himself out. He's got to do double.
I'm sorry.
So it's coming up.
Oh yeah.
But there we go. I'll put that right up there, and that can stay for a little while because we're still getting lots of hellos and highs and stuff. So buying subs, I could go for a sub honestly right now. So that would be pretty good actually. So where's your check? I don't know. I didn't get a check either. So yes, Brandon is still great. I do have to watch episode 2 of the recap. I haven't watched that. I did enjoy the first one, so which is definitely very, very cool. So I'm glad at least somebody in our community decided to do a recap of it at least, because there's stuff. You know, I haven't gone through all of the animated stuff from start to finish. I've little here, a little there. I walk away for a while and I go back to it. And then by that point, it's just like, did I watch back then? And should I start? And then I'll start over again. And then I just get to that point again where I'm like, it's not catching my attention as much as I'd like. But so far, I would say for the first 2 episodes, and sorry, anybody who's out here, but honestly, like really, this is the newest Star Wars stuff right now. So this is what is kind of, there's no Mando stuff going on right now. And just a lot of speculation on some of the upcoming, like Obi-Wan and like the Kenobi and the Cassian series or what have you. But I'm really enjoying. I've really enjoyed. I wish the second episode was as long as the first. That's my only complaint that I really had so far.
Yeah, I've loved it. That first episode especially was absolutely amazing. The way that they're weaving the Clone Wars and then the aftermath and then into the Empire, it's awesome. And I know Paul is a big fan of the clone trooper armor, and you like your troopers, so I think we're going to get a couple different models of transitional stormtroopers out of this. So that's pretty cool.
But I'll quit if it's an exclusive. No, Hasbro. Right. Nope, no more. So I can't take another punch this week. So it's a new week starting up. But yeah, I completely. I am a little annoyed at least. I mean, and hopefully again, sorry guys, if you haven't seen both episodes, maybe you might want to come back and watch. Not that I don't want you hanging out, but or maybe just mute or whatever. But I am rather annoyed about the turn. I could kind of see it happening in the first episode with one of the members of the team. But then, I was like, man, I'm so bummed. So as much as I love the figure a lot, except for we all know what part of the figure annoys me, but I think the figure's great. I'm just kind of annoyed that now he doesn't match, technically speaking, so
yeah. Yep. Now, are you talking about, I don't know if I've heard this, what part of the figure of the crosshairs is it because I can tell you what really bothered me.
The
Okay. Yeah, the little
where Hunter's knife, yeah, the reuse.
yeah.
You couldn't, like, I know everybody said, well, just putty it. Why should I have to do the work? Like, you know what? I like the Hunter figure. I like the Crosshairs figure much better, but I think because I like the character better. And like I think Hunter's backpack is just a hunk of plastic. There's nothing. It doesn't really do anything. Crosshairs, at least you can weapon storage, but then you can't even put his. He doesn't even have a holster for his, like, you know. There's a few bits and bobs there, but yeah, I was annoyed that Crosshairs basically is just like whoop, that's it. You know, I like that they basically jacked that implant like up the you know. So that was disappointing because he was really out of watching the last season of the Clone Wars. He was my favorite one out of that team. Was Crosshairs. I'm like, all right. Well, so it'll be. I'm curious to see where it's going to go and how. You know, if it'll. I don't know. I don't know what'll happen.
Right. Yeah, the thing that bothers me about this figure is his weapon, and the big thing is you can't pose him with him actually like holding it and shooting. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
if you work really hard to, you can get it, but like you can't have him laying down in like a sniper position. You can't have him on a knee with it, like because the sniper is too long.
Yeah. I remember when I did my review, he was. I could. I don't know if it's the neck joint to try to cock the head back farther, because I have seen some people that have managed to get that thing in amazing poses, and I do consider myself pretty lousy at posing my figures. So I'm like, whatever. I just basically have mine. He's just kind of got the gun kind of down, almost kind of ready just to kind of pull it up. But
like truly against his shoulder, like you would with a rifle. His arm is not nearly long enough to get it across to hold on to it. But usually I'm not picky like that with figures, but this one, I don't know, it just irked me. So
no, hey, there we go. See, the saltiness of me is spreading like an infection. So yeah, I mean, it's true. Like again, the way the pricing's going with this stuff now is you're slowly creeping into figure arts prices a little bit. You know, like you're definitely not there, but honestly, really, you're almost telling me throw an extra $10 in there and get something that comes with like 65 hands and maybe like 2 or 3 sets of eyes and 2 heads and whatever, and forget the whole like I said with that. I've only got one. I've got that stormtrooper that Miles sent me, and because the only 2 figure arts I have, well, I have 3, but those 2 those guys, they don't come with weapons or anything. They're just a couple of different showy hands. So I didn't realize, you know, you had one hand for actually holding the blasters. I'm trying to stick the blaster in what I would think is a trigger hand, and it's just dropping. I'm like, I hate these figures like so bad. And then once I really figured them out, I really enjoy figure arts, except again with the trooper stuff. The only thing I hate still is the joint, because it's black, right? So it breaks up, so it looks like he's just got like a sock and then like a flip flop or something on. But other than that, like I'll go and I'll start talking. Like I have regrets. The IG-11, I would have easily bought that SH Figure Arts. You know, like far superior to the thing. Yes, Hasbro's definitely had better sculpts on some of the figures. I think have been really good, and for the price point that you're paying has been really nice. But the more and more they keep going up, then it's like, well, then you're just almost asking me just to go in and give my money to somebody else and try a different company.
Yep. Yeah, especially, and you know, we don't want to harp on it, but Tuesday, I did end up pre-ordering the GameStop Jedi Fallen Order, the Night Brother and the Flame Trooper, just because I love that game so much. And then I will probably be getting Omega when it comes out. But so much, I thought there was going to be so much more. And it's like, at what point do I start looking at other lines? Is like, do I save up and get the really high quality sideshow pieces or the hot toys and only get a couple each year rather than getting a bunch of these hard to get figures?
Yeah.
It's yeah.
That's those toy junkies.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I've seen a few subs pop ups, which are great. So thank you, everyone. Because until we're not harping on it, but until the balance is restored, then So yeah, so we're just here to have a good time. The sun's going to shine every day. That's as much music as you're getting from me, everybody. But yeah, it is. I don't know. It is disappointing, but I don't know. Hopefully, like I said, like a half an hour stream. One of the two girls really seemed into it. The other one, she seemed there. The dude just was off in outer space. And then, like I said, I don't care if I get memed holding that dumb box, or somebody should meme that guy about talking about that dumb starship picture on the box. Like, that's just, I'll ride that to the end of days. Like, that just shows you right there. If that's what he's most thrilled about, is the artwork and just that small detail that hopefully a Star Wars fan might pick up. Yeah, like, come on, dudes. Like, there's a little bit of flash. I've never been able to do, because I don't think a lot of Canadian retailers do any of the big things. So when like that Triple Force Friday dropped, and we had the first edition white boxes and everything like that, there was no dramatic like storefront rollout at Toys R Us. There was no presence, and basically you had to roll the dice and decide, where am I going to go? Am I going to go and camp out at an EB Games? Am I going to hit a Walmart? Am I going to go to Toys R Us and get there before open so I have a good chance of getting something? And then that's your one shot. And if you chose bad, you weren't going to find anything. And that's how it was up here. Most stores got, EB Games, no one store that I knew of even got one case of each of the figures. They got 3 figures in, and that was it. And so, I mean, I got a little lucky, but the ones I really wanted, it took me a few days to try to find them, and I wasn't really thrilled with most of them. But then to see in the States with how Target kind of had, there were end caps and displays and stuff, I'm like, wow, that is so much better than what they do for us up. Like, just again, there's no uniformity. Like, it should it just across the board. This is the day. This is the the advertisement, boom, and go. And then none of this 3 days later where the Americans are going, so we're not getting to be able to order our figures online for this one. We gotta get herded down. Like, brutal.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Good.
Yeah. Married? How are you? We're doing fine. We are doing fine. We're pushing out the last of the crap, and then we're talking glorious anythings. So toys, food, toys and food, and maybe a little bit of alcohol once in a while or whatever else. So that's where we're at with that. But that's it. Let me see who else has popped in here lately. Weekend myself, I will say, we did a couple of good walks, did some geocaching again today. Not too bad. I think we looked for 7, we found 5, so it wasn't a bad geocache day. And then we watched the new animated film on Netflix, the Mitchells versus the Machines or whatever. It's, if you haven't seen it, it's really good. A lot of decent named actors doing a lot of the voiceovers for it, and there's a huge chunk towards the end. It feels very Tron-esque to it, and it's done from the the guys that did the Lego the first Lego film. Lord and I can't think of the other guy's name, but they were the writing tandem. Oh, they were the ones that were going to be doing the solo film. They got fired from doing the project. So, man, I can't think of the other one, but something in Lord. So it was really good. I quite enjoyed it. So I recommend go. So we watched that. It was almost 2 hours, I think. Danny McBride does one of the voices in that. So there you go. Maya Rudolph. So there's some SNL people in there and whatever have you. So Nathan Bowden, how are you?
Hey, Nathan.
1000th ghost. Hey, I got it out without really just spitting all over myself trying to say that most times. We're talking helmets. The Death Watch. I'm not gonna lie, it's neat to see the helmet.
Yeah.
I don't think it needed to be done. So that's all I got to say on the helmet. There's so many more out there that I would much rather see them do. I mean, I know a lot of people are ticked off with this figure right now because it's a less than of what we already got, but I'd be down for a helmet done like this, start putting some different trooper stylized stuff out there, or because even your X-wing, that other repaint helmet as well,
the wedge one.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a neat idea, but it's just too simple. Like that's just a direct oh, here we got to dip it green instead of dip it orange and put it out there and that's it. So it is a little disappointing for that. So G-Force, pull the trigger. Yeah, okay. Or a Bo-Katan helmet, that would be pretty rad.
Armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon, I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Even the heavy Mando, I wouldn't mind a heavy Mando because they'd have to do maybe a slightly larger bucket. They couldn't. Hasbro, they probably would, but that wouldn't bet. Or a biker scout. Why isn't there a Black Series biker scout helmet now? There should be.
Snow Trooper.
Snow Trooper would be a good one too. That might be enough. That would pull me in maybe to get. That was the only thing I looked at today. I was on Facebook Marketplace just looking to see, and the Vader Black Series helmet, somebody's got one. I probably have missed out on it, but he wanted $100 for it, no box, and it it looked like it had probably been worn a little bit. It wasn't super shiny black, like you could see. And he said in the ad that there were some scratches on it, but I honestly I could care less. Like you don't see the Vader one come up that cheap and very often, so it's almost kind of like finding the Kylo Ren helmet, as bad as it is, and it's not a great helmet. It doesn't look bad, but the fit, the sound is just horror. I had that one, but that I think it's got to be one of the worst ones to try to find, or if you do find, it's got almost the highest resale value I think of almost any of the helmets now. So I'd like to have one now. I regret selling off the 3 or the 4 that I had, but yeah. And you've got what? Have you got the Poe?
Yep, I got the Poe, I have Mando, and I have Vader.
And you got the now. Is the Vader worth getting?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was the coolest. I'm surprised it fit in my head, and but it does fit way more than the Poe one does. The Mando one probably fits my head the best, but the Vader with the sound effects and the locking parts and everything, it's probably the coolest one.
I may, after the stream, I may have to see if the ad's still there. It's not a huge stretch for me to go. I used to work up in the one city, so damn, I knew I wasn't gonna bother saying anything, but it's just doing in the back of my brain again because I'm caught up. I'm as caught up as I can be until my pre-order stuff starts coming in or whatever, like those, like the novelization figures. I would imagine that once Luke, I know Luke is starting, some people are starting to show that they have him, but I think where I've got mine ordered from, I think that's what they're waiting on, is for him to show up, because I don't think they want to ship out multiple times for that. So I'm just like, oh, I'd love to have the mall just to mess around with them a little bit or what have you. But yeah, so I think that's kind of why I've been looking. I've been looking at lightsabers. I've been looking at helmets, and I'm like, these are things I don't really need. A lightsaber, I still do want a lightsaber. I don't care, but at least something I got a few spots on the wall. I could hang it. Like it'll work. Just like I'm starting to think I need the cap shield. I think I need the cap shield because Captain America from Marvel Legends, and I have a few of them. So I think maybe I need to find a cap shield, but I don't get lucky enough like Sleeping does with his back alley deals that he comes across or whatever. So I tell you, man, that guy's got lightning strikes that man on the brain pretty regularly. So let's see. Excellent. Oh, we're caught up. Oh, is that David? Ah, there's Mr. Anderson. He's made it in the chat. Oh. Is that a John Joker? Did I miss that? Right here. Mr. Joker. Thank you, sir. Yes, we'll say it again. Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day to those who have, well, honestly, I think it's kind of just, it's Linda is in here. So we have one mom for sure. Hey, Shane. So yeah, I mean, most of us still have our moms, I think, and whatever else. Yes. Happy Mother's Day. Glad that we could give you the free time away from your children, because your children are not hanging out with you, annoying you right now, because they're hanging out with me. So you're welcome. That's a late present right there. But oh, Josh, okay, if I didn't see you, I get it. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's Brian sent me a message just before we started and said, I don't think I'll make the stream tonight. Yeah. It makes sense. I get it. Like, don't get me wrong. So we all need the helmets. Yes. Oh, I'm just gonna have thoughts and dreams of that Vader helmet until I find out that it's gonna say that it was sold already, and then I'm gonna be very upset with myself for passing on it. So, let's see. But Mr. Joker, but I do appreciate that. Thank you, sir. But yes.
Yeah, we went for a nice lunch with my mom and my sister, who is a mom as well. So we went to a nicer restaurant and had some nice food. So it was all good.
Excellent. Yeah, we didn't do much because we can't. Then we went. We did our hike, came home. We played. I don't know. We've been really getting into doing usually after dinner or whatever. Playing either a board game or a card game or something like that. And my wife is ridiculously good at a lot of games. Like, it's you don't get to win very like, it gets to the point you just don't want to play anymore because you're just tired of losing all the time. So but yeah, so we usually do that. So we did that, and then I went off and we just ordered. I went and picked up, came home, ate, came down, watched that movie, and then everybody just kind of went just dispersed. So it's like, well, one's on the PS5, the other two went upstairs. I'm like, well, it's time to live stream now. So yeah, I think it wasn't too bad. I mean, honestly, we couldn't get together with my side. They haven't never been in our bubble, so we're just trying to still keep distances, unfortunately. So
yeah.
So second Mother's Day in a row, which is just brutal. But yeah, there'll be some big parties to be had, I think, eventually. But Tina, hello. Hey, David C. There we go. All right. I think we're getting GameStop. But I still have I've never seen any of the Joe helmets, which I'm okay with. because that would be something else. Just like the Power Ranger, the few Ranger helmets that have come out. It's just like I can't look at that stuff. So, but yeah, lightsaber is Uno. No, we play Phase 10, which is from the makers of Uno, but we play like Wizard and a bunch of other stuff, and then Ticket to Ride, I think, is one of the newer board games that that we've been playing lately. So I can't stand. I'm sick of playing Monopoly and Risk. Oh, yeah. So bad. I try to lose like right off the bat so I can just sit out the rest of the time. But I just do well enough just to get stuck in the game a whole lot longer than I want to be there for. So, we got action figure encounters. Oh, where are you? Going? And here we go. We can't forget. Then later. So we have another. We have another one. So we have this. We have two moms. So look at that. So lots of mom love for our two moms. So, let's see. Oh, Mikey, hello.
Hey, Mikey.
Check her out. Yeah, again, GeForce. Yeah, it's it's 100 Canadian, which is a steal, I think, for me. So, yeah. So we'll see. Hey, Francois. Absolutely. Yeah. Whenever it shows, I'll put it aside. I know that Chris, Mr. Ghost, he's got something in the mail. Sleeping's got something coming as well. So yeah, I'll definitely, because I'm not really doing any of the reviews and stuff right now, just, taking some time. Yeah, we'll definitely save, and we'll do like a mailbag thing whenever. I was really hoping, man, like I was really chomping at the bit come Friday. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll have, and then nothing. And then sometimes we get mail on Sundays if they're backlogged. No mail today as well. So I'm like, no, it's a dry week. It was a really dry week, except for picking up the that extra trooper. So Linda, it's right here, Linda. So it's going out. It's going out tomorrow. So I'll be off to the post office and sending this down under. So. Other than that, that was it. I saw nothing. I saw new Power Rangers. And I was like, ooh, those look really nice. And that was it. I've been looking for another regular Cobra infantry trooper, but I'm like, if I find it, I find it. If I don't, I don't. So other than that, that's it. I haven't really been looking for much of anything. So you got anything coming in?
No, I don't really. I've got something from Mark, Blue Harvest Vintage Toys coming. He sent me one of the Kenner Obi-Wans that sold out on Amazon like crazy fast here.
Yeah.
I missed out on that. I missed out on the Greedo, but he was like, there's a ton on the peg here. I can pick one up for you. So I said, absolutely. I got the Rise of Skywalker Palpatine, and then pretty much everything now at this point is on pre-order. I think we've caught up, kind of to the waves that are coming out. The Luke is going to come whenever it comes, and then the Rocket Trooper says 10 days left on GameStop pre-order for me, because I guess that doesn't come out until the middle of May here. Yeah, it's weird.
So weird.
It's weird.
Yep. No, I'm pretty well the same boat, I think, right now. So it's just, until all four of mine come in. Mr. Garth Rock, hello. You have to make a thing. Video on Brian's mystery package. Oh, excellent. Oh, Brian sent some more stuff. Good. Okay, well, it's another video I got to add to my on my upcoming watch list. You guys are burying me, so hopefully I'm not going to have a super busy week at work, so I can get caught up a little bit. I'll just have to not be on so many streams, and I'll have a little bit more time. So, oh, good God! Let's see what else have we got. Yeah, let's throw a few more Happy Mother's Days out there. That was your mom job for the day. Well, that's all right. Play Uno and Sorry. Oh no, a lot of the board games now just. It's funny because my wife and I all the time. Well, the kids, it's like a complete role reversal. They'd always ask, "Can we play a game?" Yeah, maybe a little bit later. Like whatever. It's been a long, busy day at work or whatever, and the last thing you want to do is just sit there and play. Is to play Monopoly or something and just go like, "Oh God, I just want to sit and just veg out." And we just all the time, yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah, it got late. How about tomorrow? And then we just push it off. And now the roles have reversed. And now every night we're like, okay, guys, we're playing the game. And the kids are like, no more games. We just don't want to play some games. And then they end up, one will come up, or we'll try to find just something for the two of us to play. But like I said, my wife is very good. I get tired of getting my butt kicked like 99% of the time. So. Yeah. Shane, you got good area. That's I went Friday to pick up that rocket. I use that terminology lightly because there is no rocket. That rocket trooper, and they had a few things out. So I did see, like I said, I think the newest Power Rangers wave. I saw that out. I saw some of the second series archive figures. I don't think there was any new Legends. There was no new Legends, and the only Cobra figure or only G.I. Joe figure they had was I think it was Gung Ho. I think Gung Ho. I don't know. It was one that I see pretty regularly. Other than that was the closest store to me. Nothing else. And I do find it interesting that the Walmart that was across the street from me, I saw a whole whack of the latest Marvel Legends on the shelf 3-4 days ago, and then my wife and I had to go in just yesterday really quick. So I just kind of went down and I looked again, and there's a bunch more that just aren't there anymore. And I'm like, so I went online to see, and none of the figures actually show up on the website. So I'm like, where are those figures going if I did see them once? So is somebody still managing to slip into the section and either hide them, or they're going through self-checkout where the cashiers can't go, oh, sorry, that's not, essential. It's a toy. It has to go back. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, Smirking Bear, how are you?
Hey, Smirking.
Let's see. Brandon, did you see Greer?
No. Mark did in the UK, because whenever they get exclusives here, they're not exclusive over there. So they just show up in the stores regularly over there. So he has offered, like when the Clone Wars line, but I hate to, because shipping is so expensive from there to here and from here to there. It's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, at some point it's just like it's not worth the time and the extra money that you have to put into it to get a retail price figure. And yeah. So
hey, Jose, how are you? Feed the almighty algorithm. Yeah, there we go. Smash that like button. Yeah, absolutely, guys. I always forget. So, hey, Amir is in the toy snowman himself. We don't tackle this snowman, so not on this channel anyway. So no. Yeah, we like our round balls of snow and faces and what have you. So yeah, I don't know if sleeping's still hanging out in the background, or I'm gonna make my snowman. I'll sick him on you. So, but yeah, I jumped again. Good God Almighty. Let's see. Day. Let's see. Hey, Clink. Oh, hey, Clink. Okay, Clink. Okay.
How's it going?
I missed Clink. Boom. There we go. Yes. All the new Star Wars figures are coming with the Harry Potter cloaks. You see, they're already blended in the shelf. Absolutely. Okay, Cast staff. Oh, David, you know what, dude? No worries, man. Like, even if you're not here, it's the stream will be there, right? Like, regardless. So it's cool. We've documented your name in the chat a few times now, so we knew you're here. And even if you weren't, I figured, again, Mother's Day, like, it's honestly, I didn't think about it till today, and I was like, oh, I'm streaming on Mother's Day. Okay, well, we're still gonna do it. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
My wife's got her shows to watch at that point in time, so I'm not. This is a good present for her, is not having to deal with me. So let's see. Who else have we got? Gonna get cussed at. No worries, dude. No worries.
It's all good.
I don't know if Josh still in. People phoning in Walmart for. I don't know if they are over here or not. Like they are doing, like, you can get your groceries and stuff. I don't know if they're doing curbside for other things, because I honestly don't think. I'd almost say I don't think Walmart's allowed even online. Maybe you can. I don't know. I haven't. Anytime I've ever pre-ordered anything from Walmart, I've never got it. So I couldn't comment on my experience of what it's like to get something from Walmart, because it's never happened. So, yeah. But yeah, I have no idea how that's. Again, I think either somebody's lucky and they've got an inside with somebody there, and like, the shelving up here isn't like the ones that when you see some guys toy hunts and you can lift up the low shelf and then stash them in this little phantom zone that people don't think to look at or whatever. Like, we don't have that. Like, you literally go down on the side and look, and you can see right across and see other feet and everything else. So like, you got to be really sneaky about where the hell you're going to hide it. I tried once. One and only time I saw a Power Ranger Lightning figure at my Walmart, because they don't carry them there. And I saw one. I was like, oh, damn. You know what? Should I? No, maybe I will. Maybe I don't know. So I took it, I hid it, and I went back the very next day, and were doing a reset on the toy section. So where I had hid it, poof, it was gone. It was long gone. I was like, no, the one time I passed on a figure it did not go very good. So very well. So let's see. Yeah, Mega J. Yes, you know what? I have been going back and watching some of his stuff recently, and what do you call it? Animated. Click on set. Yeah. So, and I've seen that. I think that's how he found the retro. He got the retro Mandalorian figures, because I guess, again, there's nothing I'm super hard pressed to really have to want right now. So I'm not gonna go and start calling around to all the time, because I guarantee everybody's in my area have already called the 3 stores around me. If say, hey, have you got this? I will buy them all, or but yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not one for doing it's great, because at least you'll have stuff for content on your channel. But I don't know. I know we don't normally find anything in store as it is, but I really think it takes the fun out of it. I don't know, but yeah, he has, and good for him. I mean, I like watching his stuff. It works for him. I just, I'm trying to do my best not to be out. I go to work, I come home. That's the best I want to do right now. I don't think, like, our numbers are still pretty crappy around here, and if people still going to keep doing what they're doing, then the numbers aren't going to change, and we're going to stay in lockdown longer, and more people are going to get upset and whatever else. So I'd rather just, like, honestly, if I didn't have to go to work, I would stay home. If I, like, I don't really miss a lot of this right now. So
yeah, and it's crazy. Within the next 2 weeks, if Minnesota is, like, I forget the percentage, if a certain percentage is vaccinated under a certain age, we're getting rid of the mask mandate. But then even July 1st it doesn't matter what the percentage is at July 1st. They're going to get rid of that. And that just is crazy. But I'm interested to see if the school will still have us wear our masks. But yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, our kids, they're remote learning again. So I'm at my school all day, and we've just been doing whatever just to kind of keep busy. Like I've been doing so much touch-up painting in the school because it's just stuff you can't get done. And then summer cleanup, that's completely different. But a lot of renovation work done in the school this summer. So we're already thinking, well, the sooner they can finally decide just to go, hey, we're not bringing school back for the rest of the school year. You're just going to stay home. So you give the teachers, I don't know, you give them a couple of days or whatever, throw an extra PD day or whatever, so they can get back into school, get their stuff. Most of this, we've got very little actual kid stuff left in the school right now because our spring break got moved so much later. So, so I don't think I just rather them just say straight up, school's done. The school is yours. Do what you want. But until they get that last thing, and they're going to drag it out to the last possible second before they go, yeah, you're not going back. So everybody's thinking maybe the May long weekend for us is coming up in a couple of weeks. They were like, oh, maybe they'll go back after. No, they're not gonna, because people are gonna want to go camping. They're gonna want to go up and open up their cottages and do all this other stuff that they're technically not legally allowed to do. Because I work in a different city, I'm okay for that. But technically speaking, like we had vacation booked twice and we had to cancel it both times because it's not in our area. Like we can't just go up to some random cottage we were going to rent for a few days. So we had to cancel both times.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be nice because like I'm fully vaccinated, and I wish that the border would at least let people through if they are fully vaccinated, because it's been like a year and a half since I've seen family over there. So my dad, who is fully vaccinated at this point too, he'd be able to see his brothers and his sisters and stuff like that we haven't seen for a year and a half.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Like my immediate family, my mom, my dad, my sister are like less than half an hour away. But like it was October. I think October was the last time we were actually when we were actually allowed to kind of be, because the numbers weren't like a school was in whatever. I mean, there was still a hybrid going on for the high schools and what have you, but the numbers were still lower. But then again, they just kept opening and opening and opening. And I know some people are all, oh, this is all just whatever. It's a conspiracy, I don't want to get into it with anybody about it. I mean, it's like if you're an anti-vaxxer or if you're full on, I got to have every shot known to man or whatnot. I'm a stickler. Like I can't even handle going to a grocery store and when people can't follow the arrows and then they're the ones shooting you the dirty look because you're going the way you should be going, and they're like, "What's it to you?" It's like, well, you can't. Well, no, oh God. So it's just better to stay home. Like honestly, it just saves so much right there. Let's see. Oh, really, Clone Command? You still Walmart shock trooper? Ugh. Oh, hello. Hey, you want to come here for a second? You want to like your debut? Come here, my little furry friend. There. So he's acclimatizing himself. Here we go. Oh. Hey, you're doing pretty good so far. So there you go. So that's a little chewy. So, and he stand. Okay, he's staying for a minute. So, but yeah. I don't know. Again, big box stores and their pre-order stuff, and either the lack of. I will say, Walmart Canada, super disappointing because they don't usually send you some notifications. Like I said, all my GI Joe pre-orders I did with them, They canceled them all on me, and I didn't even know that they had done that. Never sent an email out to me saying otherwise. It wasn't until I called to say, hey, what happened to that Cobra Trooper I pre-ordered back the middle of November of last year? And they're like, yeah, that got canceled. I was like, oh, thanks for that.
Thanks
so
for letting me know.
You won't be getting any more of my business. Yeah, just horrible. So 43 people, man, you guys are excellent. And you know what? That just shows because this guy is on tonight because again, I usually Sunday for me, we're usually about 30. So this is definitely an extra 13 extra people out here. So if you haven't subbed to Brandon, you should sub to his channel. It's some good stuff. If you like recap stuff, he's got 2 episodes with himself and Bailey and Paul in there talking about recapping the latest animated series that we have to watch in the offerings of the Star Wars. So they've been doing some Bad Batch reviews. So overall, I don't know. You got any theories?
So I know that I mentioned it before, but we got the Imperial version of Tech that'll be coming out for a figure. So that makes me think even more that Elite Squad Trooper that we have, the all black Trooper, is Commander Cody, and that we'll get him and Rex at some point. Yeah.
Oh, Brandon, why would you? I hate that figure, but I love that character. Oh, don't tell me that now. Oh man. Oh, you got me hooked. Ooh.
Yeah, because
all right.
Commander Cody, we don't know what happened with him, and he's one of the most successful clone commanders in the Republic, and the Empire would most likely go to him to lead a group of with him and Crosshairs. I'm guessing that's what this new episode is going to be titled Replacements. So I think we're going to start seeing them trying to hunt down the Bad Batch.
Ooh, there you go, folks. You heard it straight out. Okay. Hey, Richard, I appreciate that. Absolutely, thank you. But you got to make some food. Hey, the videos and the live streams are always there. Anyways, it's great if you can be interacting during the stream. If you're not, that's really why I leave them up. So because there's a lot of people that can't make them. So I appreciate that you're out hanging out with us for a little while anyway. So
thank you.
Roadblock. There's the train start traffic. Interesting. Yeah, Bear. I seriously, I stayed. It was such a great thing this weekend to not look at anything. So anybody who sent me a message, I'm not purposely ignoring you. I didn't want to even go on social media just to say I'm not going to be on social media for a few days. It just kind of happened. And honestly, it was so good not to just go and reach for my phone. A lot of time I actually was playing more games on my phone, which I never usually do. So it was interesting. And then with having the new kitty, trying to acclimatize him with the bitter 3-year-old who thinks that all of her stuff's being taken away from her. So, but yeah, so it was nice not to have to worry about just looking at any of that stuff. So we watched SNL last night, and there's a little bit, not that I really follow a lot of American news and stuff like that, but you can usually get some reference points and you're like, oh, okay, I have a vague idea what that's about. But, watching last time, just kind of like, yeah, I don't get maybe I missed something, but I'm like, whatever. I didn't hate myself for not knowing what's going on in the world for a couple of days. So let's see. FYI, there's an entire Star Wars collection on eBay. Well, hey, somebody's got that. They're welcome to it. And dang. You think your cats were born that big? Yeah, he's about 2 months. 2 months old. This one. So hey, Dave, how are ya? Yeah, I was. You know what? I still think he looks like a George more than a Chewie. And I was like, and then it took me for a little while, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, wait a minute, George. That makes sense. George Lucas. Duh. Didn't even think. I'm like, he could still be Star Wars related. It didn't need an actual character name involved, but I guess Chewie's sticking. I still like George better, but I got outvoted for sure. Let's see. Bullwinkle. Yeah, things are just a lot different up here for sure. Like, I know the States are much further ahead in the vaccinations. For us, I've had my first. My wife and I, we don't go back till August to get the second dose. So they're like, Canada is extending it for, oh yeah, you're fine up to 4 months. Where it was like, how did that change from 21 days to 4 months? That's a big gap right there. So I don't know what's all that's all about, but now they're saying that they've got something. They got approval for 12 to 15 can get it now up here. So they're like, okay, great. Then at least the high school kids will all be hopefully ready by the beginning of school in September. So yeah, again, not dwelling on just whatever. So like, honestly, great things that are out right now. Bad Batch, like really, that's 2 for 2, I think, episode wise. Like Brandon, we were again talking in the background. I wish the second episode was longer. I loved the length of the first one. This one, it was a little, it did have a couple more slow points to it, but that was, more just kind of building a more of a sense of a family dynamic type of thing going on. So I still thought it was a solid episode. So yeah, we were up to over 40. It was excellent. So fun fact. Oh, good God. Really, eh? So Crosshair's code name was Florida. Wow. Oh, woo. Okay, thanks there, Hasbro, for that one. That might not have been super appropriate. Maybe really a sniper. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Oh, Clone Command is just a clone from the Crosshair squad. We'll let them hunt down Cody and let us have less common order. Well, I mean, honestly, it kind of does make a little sense too, though. I mean, as soon as Brandon said about maybe that being Cody, right away I went to thinking about the last Tron film, Tron Legacy, where Rinsler was actually Tron, and it wasn't until the end of the film where I guess he had redeemed himself, and he had gone from the reddish orange color back to like a light color again, and like, I fight for the users and what. So that I thought was incredible, and I hope whatever that third Tron film is, I'm hoping that's gonna make it a trilogy. I hope it doesn't just go off in some other thing. But that's, as soon as you said about Cody, I was like, ooh, just like Tron, because Tron doesn't look like Tron anymore, and what. So I don't know. That would be. It's anybody's guess. And how many episodes is this season going to be? Do we know?
16.
16. So we got a few to go. So hey, Lukey, how are you? No, look, I don't collect Funko anymore, really. It's got to be something that's just such a really weird one-off that maybe might catch my eye. The only Funko I'm honestly kind of sort of looking for is a Kato pop to go with my Green Hornet, because I got my Green Hornet in my 66 Batman thing, but I don't have his side. I don't have the Green Hornet sidekick. So honestly, that's the only one, and I'm really not looking for it. So if I happen to come across, because there's a couple of different versions, I'd prefer the one with the mask opposed to the one that's got no mask. But other than that, that's kind of it. There's new Kevin Smith ones out, like more recent. I do have the director one. I guess that's my most recent Funko is that, but I don't even own one Star Wars Funko. So I don't know. I think some of them are really cool. I'm not going to say they're not. It's just there's a lot.
There's a lot.
A lot. Everybody's giving up the like Funko's getting to license everything. So they're like the Disney of inanimate things. No, I won't be getting any of the EB exclusives. So sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting the bounty hunter because it's gonna make a display of them. Like they're gonna connect, so it's like that scene from Empire Strikes Back. So it'll be the first two so far are Boba and Bosk. So I think they look pretty cool.
Just give us John Williams and George Lucas Black Series. I don't understand why they haven't. I mean, you've done like Stan Lee finally got a good figure done of him. So, and it took dying until you're finally going to put one out. Like, George has looked like George for a number of years. So, like, I don't think you could just do the greatest George hits as soon as he turned white. That's been George for 20 years probably now. So, and I think, why is he still looks about the same? Put him in his whatever color, his checkered freaking shirt with the sleeves rolled up a little bit, and I don't know, maybe an R2D2 beside him or something. I don't know. Give him something, but George Lucas would be pretty cool. John Williams wouldn't be too bad. I mean, I think that would be a neat one-off figure to do for sure. So. All right, David. I kind of figured you'd be back. So, anyone notice the Rocket Troopers only got 3? Really? It only had 3 pieces of tape? Oh yeah, big fat one there. One on the bottom, one on the top. Well, again, I opened from the bottom anyway, so I just one snip and we're out to go. Fabulous Disaster. That is a great name. I really like that name. Shane 14. Instead of they usually do tape the crap out of the boxes. Absolutely.
I think he's talking about the number of episodes for the Bad Batch, but I've seen both.
Oh, Shane. Brandon, you got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Batch. All right, Josh, take care. Work. We're actually caught up now. All right. Let's see. Gilster, only Funko you're looking for. I would, you know what? Had I never really looked at, when Funko first came out, I never even knew what the hell a Funko Pop was. So it wasn't until, again, the kids had to educate me again in the ways of stuff like that. And had I known that there was Monty Python Funkos, I probably would have gone and tried to get all of them. But yeah, absolutely, the French, the Insulter. Oh man, that is probably, the whole movie is absolutely incredible. So I think that's probably maybe one of the next films that I might try to get Carter to watch with me, because I've been trying to expand his movie knowledge besides just Marvel films. I'm like, dude, there are other things. So that's where the Lord of the Rings stuff came from and what have you. So I think it's time. He's seen Deadpool 1 and 2. So, I mean, Monty Python, as far as language-wise, is going to seem pretty tame to after watching the Deadpool films. So, yeah. Oh, Francois is throwing us some. Omega has some Palpatine DNA. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think that they're making her look with the hair and everything look like Palpatine, but I think because Tech did the DNA scan and he mentions it in the first episode that he recognizes that she's a clone just like the rest of them using Jango Fett's DNA. So I don't. I think they are trying to figure out how to make a Force-sensitive clone already, and that might be a secret commission by Palpatine. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out where exactly what they're gonna do with Omega. So I'm glad to be surprised.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think the voice, I think the accent and a bit with her, it's a little much to get you. I'm still trying to get used to it a little bit. So, cause it's a little bit. So I was like, what did she just say there? Like, I'm just like, I understand English, but
yeah, it's definitely a much stronger New Zealand accent than the rest of the clones.
Yeah.
Like really heavy.
Yes. Oh, hey, excellent, good hunts. So I see them on the shelves at my stores, just can't buy. So yeah. Somebody's gonna be really happy when they do open up, and then after about 3 hours, they're gonna look just like they did before we went to lockdown. So that's what's gonna happen. I predict it right now. So I might try a hunt in the interior. Fully vaccinated, and you're fully vaccinated too. Like, man, I tell you, like, Canada, get your shit together, because, like, oh good God, like, you're what? Four provinces over from me, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, something like Jesus Murphy, man. Like, and then I got 3 more months to wait until I can get my next shot. Like, that's just insane. See, your son got into the first Ewok movie. Oh, I forgot how hard of a sit that was. That was a hard watch, and I want to watch the second one again. But now my daughter's figured out that there's 2 Ewok movies on Disney Plus now, and I'm like, oh damn! So I have to sit through that first one again and watch it with her. And I was like, oh.
To me, the second one is better. I like Battle for Endor more than I like the Caravan of Courage.
Well, I think they wipe out 3/4 of the family. So it's just like, I couldn't stand seeing that. Just shows you how memorable it was. Was it Jace? That's the
Mace. Mace.
Yep. Oh yeah. God, what an obnoxious! I don't know how many times I just wanted to reach through the damn screen and just give him a sock in the face. Like, damn, guys just saved your life, and you're just giving them shit again. Like, come on, man. Like, just so bad. But yeah, I can't. I'll have to watch the. Well, again, I gotta watch the first one again, and then we'll do a sit down, and we'll get through the second one. Yeah, it's nice to see them at least out there, because they are difficult to come across. And even the Ewok and Droid cartoons, as far as full series, you can get them that had like a few episodes on them, but as far as the full run, not there whatsoever. So I'm hoping they're going to be able to get all that put on at some point in time.
Yeah, they have the Ewok cartoon on there. I watched the first couple, and I need to go and watch them, because I don't know if you know John from Super Awesome Geek Show. Mm-hmm. He sent me one of the animation cells from Ewoks, one of the original cells, and he asked me, he was like, "Have you ever seen the show?" And I was like, "I haven't." So I was really happy when they put it on.
Oh, excellent! Yeah, I don't mind the cartoons. So the droid one I thought was just so bizarre. Like, I could understand like some guys that like to hit their drugs and listen to like Pink Floyd and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be pretty good to do the same thing trying to watch droids. Some of that stuff was just I think those guys were on something when they were making some of those episodes, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mr. Starjewel, if you're
Hey
still
there.
here, how are you? Good to see you in here. Let's see, Omega. Yeah, it's
Omega.
there we go, Linda. There we go. It sounds like
Right.
someone maybe playing on a Kiwi. Yeah.
Right.
Want to see Rex? They've already mentioned him, right? So like they've already mentioned Rex.
And it was pointed out to me. Paul pulled up an image last night on our show, and there is a screen pull of Tech and Hunter with Rex in his clone armor standing between them. And I must have missed that from the trailer. They're on. It looks kind of like a desert planet with. Looks like a Republic freighter crashed. Yeah, and he's in his full armor. So I must have missed that, and I was hoping we'd see Rex in the show, but it's definitely happening.
That'd be good too. That'd be good. So yeah, no, it's as I said, it's great to see that at least some people that are involved with Star Wars actually care about the property. So, and it's great to see that at least it's not a disciple of Kennedy getting in there and really Mickey Mousing it as it is. Filoni, it's like, man, why you won't give that dude a crack at doing a trilogy? Like, he ultimately, I think he should have got they should. Who cares? You don't need a huge bloody name out there. And I mean, seeing Mandalorian and the fact that they're bringing in, not to say that all the directors, all the different directors that they're thrown in there all the time. Yeah, some of them are very well known. Others, not as much. But I'd like to see Filoni get a crack at doing something other than what he's doing. I don't know if he's got aspirations to do a feature, but
right. I mean,
he shows.
I think what they're doing, and I mentioned this on a stream earlier today, but it very much seems like with The Mandalorian, that's like the testing ground for things, because you've got Filoni and Favreau involved with that. And yeah, Paul. But I mean, you saw Taika Waititi, who did the voice for IG-11, come on, and then it's really them getting a chance to see how well these people do with Star Wars characters and storylines. Hey, Treebeard. Because I mean, Deborah Chow came on and directed an episode, and now she's doing the Obi-Wan show. Taika came on and was doing the voice and directed an episode, and now he's getting his own movie. And then Filoni is doing the Ahsoka show, and it very much seems like anybody who's getting involved with these, it's like a test for them to be involved with future Star Wars projects. So it's I think that's good, and we're seeing people who really, really care about Star Wars be involved with it now.
Yes, yeah, and that's ultimately if they're gonna. Yes, Disney paid a lot of money for it, but honestly, like they, it's not. It is, I guess, for them. Of course, they're going to want to easily make their money back and then just keep making money on it. I mean, they're a corporation. I that's fine, but yeah, it definitely is. It is good to see. Like, I don't know how long Favreau's planning on, going, like if he's going to continue or if he's going to helm up another Star Wars project, or if he's going to maybe slide over and do another Marvel thing. Like, again, he's almost like the golden child for them, considering, he started the Marvel stuff off, and then what
Yeah.
he's done for the Star Wars universe now so far.
Yep.
Let's see. Left Coast, how are ya? I think Rex and Omega will join the Bad Batch after Hunter dies. Oh,
Ooh.
I'm. I don't know if I want to think.
I know one or two of them are going to die, and because there's going to be some sort of sacrifice. I could see Tech turning back and ultimately sacrificing himself for the rest of the group. Just because Star Wars loves to do those, because it wasn't all Crosshair's fault, really. Like I liked the line where Omega is just like, I know what you're gonna do. I know that it's not your fault. Like I liked that they made it that, because I know some people are just like, man, Crosshair's is just a dick, and it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. Hey, Cool Big Games, how are you? It's good to see you out here.
Hey, Aaron.
And that's true. I mean, yeah, they do have their own personality, and I would say out of the group, Crosshairs seems the most unaffected. Like it made sense that he was the one that was more falling back in line with the order opposed to the other guys, because sure, he doesn't look like Django, he's got his own thing, but yeah, I guess ultimately his brain chemistry or whatever. So like, honestly, just with how different all the other guys are, especially Hunter with the whole staining or the tattooing of the face, whatever, and what have you. Unfortunately, Crosshairs does seem to make the most sense that he would have been the one that would have gone back, or that they would have, again, jacked his implant up to just take full control over him or whatever, because he probably would have put up the least amount of resistance out of everybody so far. And I mean, you could blatantly see it right at the beginning of the first episode anyway. So Tech would have been my number 2 to probably go, just with, again, how zeros and ones that he is, so there's no there's the line, and you can't really up and down on it. So let's see, what do we got?
Looks like Baraka.
From Jedi Fallen. Looks like Baraka from the Jedi Fallen Order. Ooh.
Is that the one that they're on right at the start? Is that the junk planet? Who made that comment? Let's the
clone. Damn, Baraka. I don't know. I haven't played the game enough, so I don't know. Clone Command. That's a good pull. I do remember. Yeah, the jump planet where you start the game at. I don't know if that was that one or not. So yeah, Clone Command. What? Let us know on that one. Let's go back up. Let's see. A little love there for Treebeard. Yeah, I'm way behind. Barry bangs out reviews like changing his underwear, and that's pretty consistently. So I would hope. So I'm behind on a few of his, but I loved his Asajj Ventress thumbnail that he had up, and when she was holding, I think I don't know, is it the skull from Apocalypse, Barry? Is that what you use for her? But just kind of looked really, oh man, just an incredible picture. I loved it. So let's see. I'm expecting sacrificing scene eventually. Do hope that Crosshairs. Yeah. What if they remove the chip? Who knows now? With them jacking his implant full, maybe they can't do that now. Like, because maybe it's been a full repair. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just drawn that way. He's not a dick. He's just drawn that way. Thanks, Tina. Let's call for
there
Predator.
Oh, still for Predator. Okay, awesome. Dave, you know what? This is good because I am more animated. I'm assuming between Brandon and myself, I'm more the animated virgin than Brandon. So I will give you my quick take, and then I'm going to let Brandon throw it there. So I would say the way I was kind of instructed by my son was, as long as I saw the last season of Clone Wars, that was enough to get you into the Bad Batch. Now, as far as all the interworkings and probably Easter eggs and other stuff, you, in my opinion, you would probably want to go back and start right from the beginning. And that's all I have to say. And now I'm passing the mic off to Brandon.
Okay. I do have a list of each, both Clone Wars and Rebels, of essential episodes, and it breaks it down. It's color-coded by the arcs, so they're important story arcs, and it basically tells you which episodes are the ones that don't necessarily have to do with plot points, where it's just you can go back and watch them because it's the character building, where like in Rebels you see them become more of a family and you see the characters interact, but there's chunks of 3 or 4 episodes where it's directly related to a story arc. So like the first 2 seasons of the Clone Wars, it's not all chronological. So that can be very confusing going back and watching the Clone Wars, because you're watching it and you're like, some of these characters I don't know about. Why do I care about them? And then season 3 starts and it gives you the Echo, the Fives, all those characters' story. So seasons 3 and 4 are very good. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 are awesome. 1 and 2 can be a little bit rough because they were starting up. But I can definitely send you that Dave on Instagram, and it's or you can look it up. I forget the website, but you can break it down by the story arcs that are really important.
See, there you go. This that worked out really well, Dave. I'm telling you right there. So yeah, I've heard about the viewing, or I've never really looked into it. Like I said, I haven't gotten through all of Rebels. I've picked and choose a little bit. Like there's just, again, it's just been so much. And well, I mean, you all know as well, like doing the YouTube thing, it takes up some time, and my viewing stuff is usually what gets sacrificed most of the time. But I do want to go back and watch all of it, just so I can, 1, say I've seen them all, and then 2, kind of pick up a bit. Because like if I'm sitting around and maybe catching the odd episode, and then I get the eldest kid and he's just like, oh yeah, because that's this and goes to that and over to here. Okay, what did I just miss? So so totally does make sense, and that's great that if there's a list that maybe you don't have to watch every single episode of every single season, but yeah, if it can take you in that good story arc loop, I'm good for that. So,
and I could even send you the ones that would be related to the characters from the Bad Batch, because then you wouldn't have to watch all of the Clone Wars to get it. Like in this most recent episode, there's a character that we see him for the first time since season, I want to say early season 2 of the Clone Wars, and there are definitely callbacks that, unless you watch the whole thing, you miss on, but you obviously don't need to watch all of it.
Excellent. Star Wars animation. Hey, Darth Muzza, how are you?
Hey, Muzza.
Good to see you.
Man,
Happy
what
Mother's
time
Day.
is it?
Oh Jesus, yeah, that's gonna be some kind of crazy time probably. Oh, stop digging! You're digging. You're going crazy. Here, I'll go right there. And you're digging in, my freaking friend.
Is it noon tomorrow for you, Muzza? I want to say, because I think it's 16 hours from me.
Oh, let's see. Not to show so long movies, but if Disney would start doing Black Seals good extra piece of Prince, justified. Lukey, there. You know what? There have been certain people that work for certain Hasbro products. So you got your Legends, you got your Power Rangers, Transformers, blah blah blah. They have said with the 6-inch line, because they do so many, that each one is really supposed to be like meant to be something different. So if that's you're gonna go down like weapon storage or like I don't know, like honestly, like GI Joe, that's supposed to be giving you that's all about weapon placement. Obviously, with the GI Joe figures, that you can pretty well put everything that comes with a Joe on the Joe, and you don't have to worry about putting the extra pieces in the box or in a bag in a drawer with a filing system, so you can go through it, so you can find the hair piece for Lady J, where it's kind of crazy. But ultimately, out of all the lines, the Power Ranger line seems to do it the best because you get 2 to 4 extra hands. You get the helmeted Ranger plus the unmasked head. None of this, having to try to pose your person with the helmet under the armpit because you don't want to put it on the head because you don't want to ruin the paint job on some of them. Like I said, like
Sabine.
Oh God, I love that figure so much. I love the updated underwear, but she will never wear that helmet another day in her life in my collection. So, but then you get some of the other ones, but then where's the sacrifice? Either the helmets look too big or the heads are too small or there's no, but again, Power Rangers, either a side blaster plus their main weapon, sometimes something extra. Like they're the ones that seem to have it the best out of everything. Legends always been with the Build-A-Figure part. That's been their little gimmick. So I don't think they want to, as much as I would love to see them do that, because honestly, that would be a great way to, well, like who could you do, honestly? Like, I guess you could do a Wampa. I guess you could do the Wampa, could have been a good Build-A-Figure. But
Rancor.
Yeah,
but that would be really big.
That would be really big if you're trying to get that to scale. But yeah, really, the Wampa, you might get to do maybe a few creatures. So like, there's not maybe Elephant Mon would have been maybe a Build-A-Figure, but since it doesn't look like Hasbro's got any interest in giving us any aliens anytime soon, that might be a character that we wouldn't see for maybe ever. I don't know. Or Dexter from the four-armed, maybe the ninth sister. She could maybe, because of the size of her, maybe she could be a Build-A-Figure. I would have said the Heavy Mandalorian, but
Super Battle Droid.
Droid decal would maybe that you could go off if you had some of the pieces for the shield or something. So yeah, I don't know, Luke. It's you know what? I know, again, it's just like everything. Prices go up. Black Series, Marvel Legends, Power, all those things haven't had a price increase in a while, ever since I started to collect, and I've only been just over 3 years. I've always been paying the same amount. It's the exclusives that are the ridiculous things about it. I mean, I don't mind paying $1 or $2 more because they haven't raised the prices in a while. But again, you put out a Gaming Greats figure, or those book ones, the novelization figures, or those new ones that are going to be Toys R Us or Target or whatever, and they're all $38 each, and they don't really come with anything. Yeah, some of the packaging's kind of neat, but to a guy who opens, I don't really care about most of the packaging. I won't say I don't care about all of it, because obviously there are some pieces in my collection that are still sealed, but it's I don't know, it's tough. It's a tough one. So
yeah.
Let's see. Talking to Mom on stuff you boys on. Oh, absolutely. Thank you, my friend. We appreciate her. Let's see. I thought them bringing that character back in this last episode was awesome. Yeah. I didn't even know, so I just kind of figured there must have been a tie. Yeah. So, think there probably could. Yeah. And there you go. Brandon was pretty well. He was right on the money for that. Go buy a lottery ticket. So let's see. Yeah, it's all great. Like again, like I said, I know they like to keep every business separate from the other, but I mean, honestly, you do see that parts of the lines, especially the Ranger line with the butterfly joints, because the Rangers were the first ones to really. You need that kind of range with them doing all their kicks and hoyas and whatever else. And I'm glad they were able to put that in. But then why doesn't Star Wars do it in all their figures? Because they're still reusing a lot of old parts in there, and they just are like, yeah, we don't have to because we know people will buy it. So Dexter. It's Dexter. It's
Dexter.
Jackster.
Jetster.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, and David got it right in the chat there too. Dexter.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard thing, and we're fickle. But I mean, I think honestly, we all have earned the right. Like maybe we don't. Oh, okay. Here's from Clone about that thing. In case you didn't see, Braca is from the planet at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
And if it's not that planet in the show, I think it's similar to the scrapping planet, because I'm pretty sure there is a shot in the trailer where you see people wearing the jumpsuits.
Okay.
So could very well be excellent.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oops, Dave. Let's see. The face sculpts have been trashed on a lot of the Power Rangers. Yeah, I stopped. I had to let something else go, and that was one of the lines. Like I kept the Mighty Morphin, but I do agree that. Because I don't know a lot of the characters in more recent seasons and series and that, I couldn't tell you if the face sculpts looked horrible or not because I just don't know the characters. So, hey, Mr. Cato, how are you, my friend?
Hey, Cato. And the thing that, like this figure, the hover tank driver in the archive, $20 for a price point for that is like perfect because it's. I really appreciate the archive wave as someone who missed out on these because I wasn't collecting yet. And if we get updated faces like with the Qui-Gon and the packaging, like the special packaging for the Clone Wars stuff, stuff like that I don't mind paying a little bit more for. Like you said, the comic things, but if it's just because I'm trying to think, I don't remember how much the pre-order was on GameStop for me for the Knight Brother.
Aren't you guys
$27 for the Knight Brother, and I mean that's $7 from an archive figure, even though that the Knight Brother is really the lower body of Maul with a repaint. It's that comic, it's that book, it's the novelization Maul just painted yellow, and just maybe they've changed the face and then given him a club instead of a double bladed lightsaber. So it's oh dang man, it's horrid. Like it does get really, really frustrating for a while. Yeah, I do. The more and more I see some of the archive, as much as, again, like you said, you benefited from it because you missed out as a collector. And that was the same with me as well, because I missed out on, again, right, the first Luke and Boba Fett and Bosk and IG-88 and all those guys. So all of mine are archived. None of any of those ones are blue or orange boxed figures because I wasn't gonna sit there and fork out $100 for a Boba Fett or $120 for a Boba Fett or whatever.
So, and again, you could hear the hardcore investor guys going, "Oh, great! Well, now that means Boba Fett's just going to go." There's still a market for them. There always is still a market for them, but still, like, just you know what, like one of these days, maybe you missed a figure and you need an archive edition to come out and go, and then you're like, oh God, yeah, thank God I needed that one because I didn't want to. Oh yeah, I'm just like everybody else now. Like it just, you know what? They are great. It makes it. You know, this is the perfect opportunity for troop building. Like this archive wave, holy jumping! You could buy those guys 10 times over.
Yeah,
and have a dynamite collection. Great ones for customizing, and it's not a bad price point for doing, like for Clone Command to do the Shore Trooper and and do that repaint on him to make him a slightly different rank. Like holy jumping, it was just a small bit. So I can't wait. I'm still waiting on a couple of the tank drivers to come in because I got one I got to get out to Mr. B for helping me out with other figures before, but
yeah,
I can't wait for that because I think that might be one of the ones I might actually try around with a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, Collectible Warrior, how are you?
Hey there.
Amazon sent me a Death Trooper instead of a Shore. Ooh, that's a tough one. I said an upgraded disappointment. They're both great. Personally, the Shore Trooper is my absolute first love out of all those figures, but the Death Trooper's pretty damn nice. Is really damn nice. I think, again, if I can find more, I don't desperately need them because I have them, but if I can find a couple more, I might consider picking up a couple extras because I don't mind bulking up my Rogue One shelf at all with more troops in there. So I'm actually I've got that all set up. I've been starting to rewatch Rogue One again before I came online today. So I'm gonna finish it up again tonight. I just never get tired of that. I always look forward to, the Vader hallway scene. And I just watched the last episode, the final episode of Mando season 2 again, just yesterday as well. And I'm just, that's just too damn good. Just too damn good.
Yeah. Yeah. When I pre-ordered, I must have, I don't know how, but I ended up accidentally ordering 2 of these. So I did the giveaway and then I sent Sleeping one and then I ended up picking up another one. So I don't know how. So I ended up getting 3, keeping 2. I got the Death Trooper back there because somehow I missed. I honestly think I accidentally pre-ordered this one 2 or 3 times, and then so I'm trying to get the Shore Trooper.
Yeah, that one's a great one. I would say I do like the the other main release. It's got the Kama. But I just wish the camo was fabric. After getting all the newer ones that have a fabric one, just the one with the that plasticky rubber, I'm like, oh man, you had done that in fabric. I think that one probably would have been a little better. So I keep looking at the Hot Toy Shore Trooper and the other one, and I'm just like, yeah, there's not a lot to it, which is fine. He's a trooper, and yeah, there's not a lot of paint, just the one red with the yellow on the thing, but again, as my favorite armor, so I'm like, yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe that could be a future one. Before I don't think that one will ever get. It might get waitlisted, but it's still up and it hasn't gone yet. So it's been up for a little while now, and not a bad price on it as well. Like it's one of the cheaper ones or whatever, but still. Let's see. Jump in. Oh, you got. Hey, Hooter, how are you? Oh, look good, looky. Look at who came into the chat for a little bit. How's it going?
Hey, Mike.
My favorite Uncle Mike. How's the packing? You guys are getting close. Getting super close. I'd help you guys move, but I'm not allowed over the border. So that's my excuse. So I would definitely come to a housewarming party once the borders open up and stuff again. So it's going. All the books are packed. Jesus, I would imagine. I would love to see a comparison of Lily's book boxed up to Mike's figures boxed up. I think Mike will probably out thing, but Lily is a book fiend. So let's see. I got short drip paint, little wear, tear on the edge of the armor, and helmet looks great. Yeah, it's a great one. And because again, it was an exclusive. Like that's two out of the 4, right, were exclusives. So the tank driver was the Toys R Us exclusive, I believe. And then the short trooper was, I think that was a Walmart. I think that was a Walmart exclusive. I paid a lot for that figure. I paid like 65. Like I think I paid like 65 or a little higher when it first came out. So yeah. And then I found one loose months later at a toy show, and I got it for like $20. So I was like, oh man, just for the stupid box. I was like, that sucks, but I got her. So. Well, I appreciate that, my friend. I haven't bothered sending you a whole lot because I know you guys have been super busy, so I've just been letting you get packed up. So can't wait to see when you're in and all reset up again. I was really digging the setup, but yeah, that's great. Get to move into a house from some of the apartments, so that's excellent. Let's see what we got. 360. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I got sure. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that would be great to see pictures of that. Absolutely. Make a good comparison shot between. Absolutely. Oh, for sure. But yeah, it's a good one. I don't know what to expect in the next. I really thought we were going to get an announcement on the next archive wave, or maybe a hint at. If they're doing that pipeline thing, I wouldn't be overly ticked off if maybe they said, here's, I don't know, 4, maybe put 4, you know what? Again, maybe include the fans and pick 4 figures and go, we're going to vote for the archive, let's go archive wave 4. So put it at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So here's 4 figures. Whatever one wins the vote, that one's going to get made, and then do another 4 figures and announce that one a little bit later and do another thing. And then let the fans, kind of pick. Because again, like I said a couple times this week with the Wampa, I don't mind the repaint if they're making it look a little more accurate. I really wish they still would have done something with the shoulder and not just done a direct repaint of the original mold. But I would have redone the Tauntaun as well, given them the updated paint, but I would have repacked them and done Luke with the Wampa and Han with the Tauntaun, and I would have done them with the archive update figures. And then that would have given us 2 more spots. We could have had 2 other archive figures instead of really two kind of boring-ish ones that I have them. I'm not going to say that I didn't buy them, but yeah, I bought them. I would have rather somebody else.
And that Han, I don't know if it was just the one I got. It's stiff and it's horrible. Like that is one of that one, and then the unmasked Kylo from The Last Jedi are my 2 least favorite Black Series that I have. The one with the hard cape.
Yeah.
And then the brown jacket Han Solo.
Yeah, I put what I ended up doing, because I have the original, so I popped off the head. I just swapped the heads. So I put the updated archive Han on the blue body, plus I put Rebel Trooper goggles on him instead of the crappy goggles that he had, so you can actually see his eyes through his. And it's made such a difference. If I don't knock anybody else over, here he is there. So, like he's, hey,
yeah,
so much better. I still say, I know people complain that it wasn't blue. I like the blue better than the brown.
Yep.
I think it's blue. So it's always looked blue to me. You can tell me it was brown all day long, and I'm still gonna argue that. So, Collectible Warrior, what do you guys think of the new 50th on card Princess Leia in the camo? I haven't 50th Leia in camo. There's a Luke. They're doing a right. Is Luke? No, is he on a 50th card? I don't
know.
You got us on that one, Collectible. Where I have no. I mean, we have a camo Leia. We've got that figure. Just it was never on a 50th card. Oh, a little creep coming back again. Come here. Hey, Sieber, how are you? Oh, 50th Leia. Oh, thanks, Mike. Here we go. 7-5. Okay. Blue, brown. Pooter. Okay, there you go. So it's vintage. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a vintage guy. I don't have. I've got maybe 4 vintage, and those have all been sent.
Yeah.
So I don't actively collect them. I don't dislike them, but I just don't collect them myself. Let me see what else we got.
Let's see.
Look it up. She's hot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everybody said that. So, if she's good, and that's awesome. And I there are some really great vintage collection figures out there that I think that even some of the head sculpts are far better than some of the Black Series ones. But yeah, maybe I'll have a look after. So Treebeard, let's see. Barry, you like the brown better? I like the blue. I don't know. It's just something about it. That's just always what I thought I saw was blue.
Yeah. Yep.
Blue Hun should have thought. Yeah. Yeah, he should have. He should have. Or I mean, or they could have done. Honestly, they could have even just hacked part of one of the tusks off, and they could have done Luke's tauntaun as well, because I think Luke's was missing. I think a part of one of the horns off the head or whatever on the side there. So I mean, you could have. There was opportunity there. Not to say I don't appreciate the Heroes of Endor set. I love that set. I think it's a gorgeous convention set, but I still don't understand Return of the Jedi in oh, here we go. There we go. Look at this. That's ooh, I've never done this on my thing once yet. So, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Oh, all right.
Well,
so
it's just two different pictures.
I don't know. Yeah.
I do like that card back.
Yeah, that card back's great. Like I will say I would be super hard pressed if I don't think, man, if I started collecting and I chose vintage over Black Series, I don't know if I could ever become an opener. I think it would be hard for me to destroy the card back.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing. Like, again, I have very few that are on card, like the credit stuff, but I think that's what makes the most sense. And then there's a couple other ones, but the rest of it, hey, you. Yeah, I think if I would have gone vintage, I would have never opened one ever. So, because I think the card back it's part of the whole package. I think so. Let's see, Off-World. Let's go back up here. Off-World. Han's coat is great in any color as long as it's blue. Okay, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, she does. She looks really good. I'm not like I said. There's easily a few vintage that look better than the Black Series, and for them to get that much detail on a figure that size, that's just awesome. That's really awesome. I need some PVC stands. Every slight move they want to fall over. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. I have. Oh, look at that. I don't buy the stands. I blue tack, but it's a lot of blue tack. It's an awful lot of blue tack. Hey, let's see. Crazy 8. I've collected TVC mostly. Mando cast. I put the size and the detail. Yeah. Come on. Damn thing's gonna jump on me. I guarantee it. Come on. There you go. There you go. You go right up there.
Oh.
There you go. Open them like Band-Aids. Yeah, I just can't. It just that's where I'm running into problems like with some of the stuff that comes out on the card back, that just the overall package, it makes me think of being a kid again and grabbing a figure from when I was a kid or whatever. But like there's work that goes into it. And not to say that there's not work for this. Like, I don't mind the update boxes. Like, this is really cool, but then you're sacrificing. You don't get to see, because you're gonna put it this way. So I don't know. I like the older boxes better. I like the orange and I like the blue box stuff. So the first two waves that right in the leg, that hurt. Those ones I thought were great. The red and black. Yeah, you know what? It wasn't bad at the beginning, but I think they definitely ran that box version into the ground. Wasn't very exciting. I like the artwork detail of the picture of the character on the box, but the rest of it was kind of yeah. Have you got? I have got you down for that Boba Fett giveaway. Ow. Let me see. Let me go back up. Thank you. Let's see. Dave's mentioned find a bird. I got a trip in New York in June. You really want? Yeah, it's getting to that point. I'm kind of doing the same thing right now. Again, for us, we're on lockdown. We can't go and buy anything. So if I'm not seeing it, it's not really registering anymore right now. So I don't really feel that I'm suffering by any means. If anything, I'm a lot more calm and I'm a lot less stressed out. So, what's Brandon got?
Oh, it was just, I don't mind taking these off the and then I toss these.
Yeah,
I have 8 vintage collection, and 4 of them I've got in star cases, and it's because people have sent them to me. So I keep those, and then certain ones like probably the Ahsoka and the Maul that are coming out soon. I'll be putting those in star cases as well. It is hard to sit there and look at the card back and pull them off. I've tried to do as best as I can with a little knife and get stuff off, because I've kept every card back that I've cut stuff off of.
Okay,
yeah, it's tough.
Let's see. What's going on? Let's see. What do you think? What do you think of Yojo June? What do you expect from it? Vanilla. I honestly don't know. I'm not saying I'm finished with the G.I. Joe line, but I think now again, and it just comes down to exclusive. I think the exclusives has kind of killed any real passion. I love the G.I. Joe line. I think every figure really, for the most part, that's come out has been really good. I've really enjoyed it so far, but I don't think I'm going to stay as a completionist for it. So I'd love to see more bad guys, because again, they're always more interesting to have on the shelf than some of the good guys. But I mean, also too, it would be neat to see, like, I don't care for Shipwreck, but that would be a good one to have. There's some out there. So I'm looking forward. I have no idea. Are they gonna give us like maybe like a vehicle, like another vehicle? Like we got the coil with the Baroness. Are we gonna get maybe, I don't know, something else, maybe a little bit bigger? Who knows? But hopefully it'll be better than what they did for May the 4th for us Star Wars people. If they put out what they offered us, I don't think it's going to be nearly as impressive as what people are actually thinking that Hasbro might announce for G.I. Joe. So some stuff would be great. I keep seeing more and more people starting to find Major Blood or whatever. Like, where's that coming from? So that's something that so that's the only one I don't have right now. And if I get them, I get them. If I don't, I don't. So that's where I'm at with G.I. Joe right now. And that's where I'm at pretty well at with Star Wars. So, hey, Brian
Hey.
slid in quick. Holy jumping, and we've already hit 2 hours. So where are we at? Well, 35 people in here still. It's 10 o'clock. I think we can maybe scrape it just a smidge longer.
Yeah, no
See,
problem.
I told you, Brandon. I told you this is what was going to happen. So
yeah.
it's partially
It's
your
all good.
fault because usually my numbers after 2 hours start to go down a little bit. So you're keeping people in the chat. Let's see. Picked up Zartan and the infantry. Oh, they're great. I love the Zartan. The infantry trooper is fantastic. This one's the deluxe one, and he's the one that came with that ardent band. He had the extra rifle, and he had the goggle, like the snake eye goggles. I'd love another one of this one, but the regular guy, he doesn't have that, and doesn't have that. He's missing one of those. It's still a great figure. The Zartan. Super cool. Love it. Yeah, like I said, I got really nothing bad to say. They're hard to find, really hard to find. The last two Cobra Island figures, the Firefly and the Viper, still haven't even shown up at Toys R Us yet. And they've been out for a while. And I think Toys R Us said maybe the summer. So again, the releases are just goofy, super goofy. Let's see, Barry, card back. It went quite good. Check your okay. Well, I'll check it. So
I'll need to check it out. And Brian asked if I had taken this Ahsoka out yet that he had sent me, and I haven't, because I was gonna do a video comparing the two Ahsokas, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that video. So I am gonna. This has been sitting right there for a while, so I'm gonna crack it open here.
Let's see, Seaver. If I become a Star Wars YouTuber, would you help me become awesome like me? I want to get into the Star Wars YouTube loop.
Do it.
Well, it's you know what? If it's just something that if you've got any interest in doing it, just for the sake of doing it, like don't. I would say don't do it if you're aiming to be like the Mr. Beast of the Star Wars YouTube, because unless there's something that you've just got that one little thing that just seems to blow up, maybe it would happen. I don't know. Maybe Seabird, you might have that one little thing that might project and just shoot you to the top. And you know what? If it is, fantastic. But if it's just something that you just want to show your passion out there to other people, it's a great platform for that. Like I will never say it isn't. You need to have thick skin, for sure. I know, you know what? I've had to walk away a couple of times just because, you get the criticisms do get to you after a while, as much as you say, whatever, I can shrug it off. But if it's something that you want to just do it. I don't think my stuff is I think majority of the people don't necessarily come for what my videos look like, I guess. I think that they come because they come to watch me, not necessarily what it is that I have right now. Same with Brandon. Like, there's a bunch of people I subscribe to that it's not necessarily the content that they put out. It's the way they do it. It's the way they project themselves. And I'd be like, you know what? I could easily see myself going to a convention with this person or with these people, sitting down and having a big long, having a conversation and that type of thing. That's, to me, that's what it's about. It's not, geez, I hope I can make $500 this month on my channel or whatever. You make a couple bucks, that's great as well. I mean, the little bit that I'm gonna be that I make, the little bit, I am gonna put it. I'm gonna open up a PO box, and that way it makes my wife feel a little more happy that I'm not throwing out the personal address anymore. So I'm not. It's not like I'm like, oh man, all the millions of YouTuber dollars. I'm gonna go buy myself a brand new car and then I'm done. So no, it's you know, if you're starting to get too oof about things, then you walk away for a little bit. You just do you.
Mm-hmm.
I talk too much, so
no, it's all good, and I'd say have it be something that you're already interested in. Like me, I started out doing terrible like top 5 videos, and then I started doing game streams because I was going to be playing video games anyway, and then having people to talk to was the best part, especially since I started right before the pandemic started gearing up, and then we couldn't go anywhere or do anything, but I still had this group of people to talk to almost every night or every couple nights. And you definitely get the enjoyment that you like set up for yourself with it. It's if you aren't doing it because you enjoy it, then it's definitely not worth the time and effort. You don't want it to become a second job.
Yeah. That's a really good part. There is the job part. Again, a lot of us started doing this late with the adult collecting community. So I always say I'm never. This is never going to get to the point that I can retire from my job and do this full time. It would be kind of cool, but it's way past that now. I would have had to start it in 2010, whatever, like back when there wasn't a whole lot of the stuff. You had Marvel Legends or Toy Biz back in the day. There was no Black Series. So if I could have started at the beginning of the Black Series, I kind of put it, you put a foothold and stuff like that or whatever. So, and again, for me, the live streaming is right now far more enjoyable. Because not that there's no effort involved, but it's just, I don't know. It's just what I'm kind of enjoying right now for YouTube. The reviews will always be there, and I should put some stuff out. But again, it's one of those things. It's one of those mental breaks I'm taking away because I know it will affect how my video is portrayed or how I am in my videos about not wanting to. Like I'll just be there and go, oh, this goddamn figure, look at this. I don't want to be salty in every single video. I want to honestly be able to put some positive stuff out there instead of just going, yeah, there's a $40 piece of crap. Like, why did I buy it again? Thanks, Hasbro. You screwed me again. Like, who wants to continue to just wants somebody just to gripe and complain. So, hey, out of the basement. Hello.
Hey there.
Glad to see you. So, Seaber, you've got a gaming channel. Oh, again, you know what? Like you start there. Like my son, he kind of, he kind of messes around with some stuff. Like on Twitch, I think he does some gaming streams, but he's not consistent at it. And if his one buddy doesn't go on, then sometimes he won't do it. And I'm like, you're not going to build anything if you're not at least consistent. Like if you're, say you drop one thing every few months, then yeah, you're probably really not helping yourself that much. But if that's what you want to do like that, if it's more for documentation, there's reviews that I've done on other things that aren't Star Wars, and it's just not that I kind of want to go back and watch myself because that's cringy, but sometimes I want to go, well, at least maybe there was something I had in my collection and it was time to let it go. At least I know I've documented it, and if I really wanted to see it again, I could go back and I could watch that video again and see the whatever it was that I had. So other than that, just you're all good. So where else? You've asked EB if it's in their system. I don't think it will show up in their system. I think it's gonna be a Toys R Us again because it's Cobra Island. It's a Cobra Island figure, which means it's Target again. But yeah, it's just friggin' just crazy. So I'm gonna put this one back up again. So Collectible Warrior is doing a giveaway for a Black Series. Oops. Oh man, this thing's running a little bit slow. Could be my connection tonight. There we go. Doing a giveaway for Black Series Boba Fett. So yeah, just
Nice.
go check out the Collectible Warrior. See the details on that. So maybe get a Boba to add in to your collection. So let me see. Zaratan's great. You're picking up a second one. Oh, a pocket one and one for home. So that's great. Yeah, he's great. That I would almost consider maybe getting a second one of him, and he could be a custom. I wouldn't mind trying to cut off the body armor piece to see, I don't know, but that's the problem when you collect multiple things. Like I really wanted it always just to be Star Wars. If I got rid of my Batman stuff, I'm like, just Star Wars, that's it. But then you just see all these cool things that have been coming out from so many other companies, and the fact that my childhood is basically mainstream again now, all these years later. So, come here.
Yeah, and many people have echoed this, but it's a great time to be a fan of like the Marvel and Star Wars, because at TV and you've got movies or TV shows, and it's going to be alternating Star Wars, Marvel coming out for like the next 2-3 years. And it's just amazing because, I mean, I didn't go through the dark times where there was no Star Wars for however many years. I was born and then watched the prequels, and Star Wars has always been around for me. Mm-hmm. So I can't complain on that. But now that we're getting so much stuff, it's like I can't even complain. I can about some things, but it just makes me so happy to just keep having stuff come out.
No, yeah, no, absolutely. It's great to go, okay, well, great. We got Bad Batch, and then soon we're going to have Bad Batch and Loki, and then we're going to finally get the Black Widow movie, for God's sakes. And then, it's their business model to that regard is great. I'm super happy with that. And just as long as I said, the prequels, not super my Star Wars. They, again, you get the original trilogy, still really gritty space Western, without a doubt. And it still looks like it's aged very well. Prequels, just because of the technology we're used to now with the face scanning and the de-aging stuff that we've seen on Marvel and what have you. And then, just to go back and watch the first 3 Star Wars films, they're a hard watch. And then the last ones, visually gorgeous. I won't say they're not, but there wasn't really much of a story to it. So I'll still sit and I'll watch. I won't watch 8, although I'm trying to open my mind up to really just sit there and just watch the films. So and see if maybe I'll enjoy it at some point. I don't really know. So. But
well, and
astonishing. What are you saying here? 40 Canadian for a Star Wars Black Series. No pop less than yeah. It's not right. I mean, it's really not right. And with EB, you get they have, if you've got their member card, and the more money you spend, the higher up your card is. So the highest level is an Onyx, and that'll save you 15%. So basically, you'll save the tax. But honestly, like, who cares? Like, it comes down to it. Like, I shouldn't have to spend a lot of money just to get a discount to see if that saves me $1 or $2. Ooh, that's nice. And down you go again. Thanks, Kat. But yeah, no, I'm not super great about some of the pricing. But like I said, if that pushes me out of the exclusive game, that's just what it does. And if I automatically know that that's less figures for me in a year, really, that's not really a bad thing. Again, if it means maybe I can put the money away and maybe get the odd hot toy here and there, instead of going, I have one and I'm done, I'm not getting any more. I would love to have a few more. So if that's what it means, that I just don't continue with the Gaming Greats line after the next couple of releases, then I don't have to worry about it. Those are easy ones to find. It's some of the other ones that are the difficult ones. I just don't want to sweat it anymore. And again, there's some, oh God, those new hot toy announcements. Oh, they're so gorgeous. And really, man, Hasbro, you're really just opening the door and just telling me to give my business to somebody else. And I'll just have a much more visually wicked looking Star Wars collection. But so how many hot toys? What are you up to for your hot toys right now?
So tomorrow is when I do the last payment for the Qui-Gon, and then it'll ship right after that. So I'll have Qui-Gon coming, and then in I think November, December, I'll get Maul and Ahsoka, and then Anakin in January or February. So I'll have 4.
4.
Yeah.
Man, those are some good ones. I'm not lying though. You've got some nice ones that are going to be coming. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'd love to do like a character, like a human character, like a non-helmeted one at some point in time. But it's just there's so many that every time they drop one, it's like, oh, that's it. That's the one I'm going to go for. And then the next week, if I hadn't ordered it, boom. Well, nope. That's the one I want. I want that one. And what about? Oh, maybe that. Like, I still love to do the Bo-Katan. That one looks.
Oh, yep.
Just so good. But then I think I'm sparing myself by just sticking it out with some of the troopers, because then it's like, they're still awesome, but then that way, they're all generic looking, and I don't feel, I don't, maybe I won't feel so bad about picking up the odd one for sure. So, Trooper, it's an incredible time to be a nerd. Absolutely. I'm not going to argue with that. Jupiter's Legacy. I haven't watched any of it yet. I do want to watch it, so that's on my watch list. I guess that'll be maybe next. I would like to see what's everybody going on about. What's that cartoon series on Prime?
Invincible.
Yeah, Invincible. So that's on my list as well.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but I don't know. I tried watching The Boys, and then I think Invincible is in the same kind of, not. I know it's animated, but in the same kind of scope when it comes to being a more gritty, violent kind of comic book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't like a lot of the dark and yeah, I don't know.
No, that's true. I mean, there's a time and a place or whichever.
Right.
Yeah, like Boys, I waited a while to watch the first season. I do like it, but I think I don't mind with that one not being able to I didn't feel the need to have to binge that series. I was fine watching an episode and then waiting for the week for the next one to come out, and I was never in a super huge rush, so maybe it might be a few days after the newest episode dropped, and then I just, if I saw somebody talking about it, I'd just skip that conversation just so it wouldn't get spoiled or whatever. But yeah, it's one I can't watch multiple episodes straight and just like, it's a little grim, and that's a little grim for too long, and same with like Walking Dead and stuff like that. Like, we haven't. I don't know how many episodes I'm behind this past season. Again, I just haven't been. I just haven't felt it. So, Invincible, Jupiter's. Wow. Okay. Well, that's great. Invincible is the best thing I've watched in that line in years. Another one. What do we got? Aaron can't wait for Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Ahsoka, that's another one as well. Oh yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot out there for sure. I've got enough hot toys. I don't. I do. I have ordered. So I'm not telling. I have put down a deposit on one. So I do have one coming next year. So you guys will just have to wait till then. But I do have one ordered, and I am thinking again now after this Hasbro fiasco that maybe I might go look in the what's available or upcoming or pre-orderable still, and I might tag maybe a third, and that might be it. I don't know. I can't guarantee it. So.
Yeah. I think after the 4 that I have, whenever they released the Clone Armor Obi-Wan, because that was announced for the Sideshow Con or whatever it was 2020, and it's still not. I put on the list to RSVP for whenever it comes out, but that would be my 5th and I think final hot toy, because then I'd have Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Anakin, Maul, so all my favorite prequel characters.
Excellent. That's smart. That's smart. That's a good way to do. Yeah. No, I've said, with Cody was always without a doubt. And I was worried when, that I wasn't going to get him at all. But again, Brian and Mike, which was great. But it's that episode 3 Obi-Wan that would make that. Cody is awesome. That Obi-Wan would just make it even more awesome. Yeah. But the prices of him are they're just too much. I've seen. Another one came up and it was just over 600 or something. I'm like, I can't. It would be one thing if it was, one that you could pre-order and do the payments on. Then, I wouldn't be happy with myself, but I probably would have easily jumped on that. But there's a guy, he's got that the Vader that David got and that Sleeping have. 400 Canadian for that right now, and I'm like, it's too much. So I can't do it. So I almost had a incinerator trooper, but we just couldn't come to it. We were just a little off on price. He just didn't. I didn't want to come up anymore, and he didn't want to come down anymore. So I was just like, sorry, dude. I got to walk away. So it just it wasn't insulting, I didn't think, but yeah. So you know what? There's always other deals to be made out there. Right. There was what was the other one? There was a Leia, the Cloud City Leia, when she's in her that kind of burgundy outfit.
Yep.
So that Leia, 300 was 300 Canadian, and I was like. I messaged and I was 5 minutes too late. So I was like, damn it. That was a great looking figure. Not maybe my favorite outfit of her, but it was still been a Carrie Fisher. I would have been okay with that. So, hey, how are you, Howard? Good to see you. Still streaming? Just got off work. Yeah, actually, yeah. Brandon and I were going to just do a nice, just a nice chill 2-hour stream and what have you, but I forgot I asked Brandon to be on the stream, and Brandon pulls some numbers, so I gotta bring Brandon out like maybe every night, I'll just cheat everybody into thinking he's on the channel every night. So so we had Brandon come on, and we're still sitting at almost a nice mellow or even 35 watchers. So usually by my 2 hour, I usually hit my dip. So I got the right man on tonight. So that Bespin Leia is gorgeous. That was your it is. Yeah, it was a really nice looking one for sure. Too many that you need to choose.
Yeah.
Exactly it. Don't collect hot toys like you do Black Series, because I would be living in a van with my hot toys. That's where I would be right now, because my wife would just be not having any of that. So
Yeah, I swear I need to win the lottery or something to keep up what I'm doing. And I'm trying to think who asked earlier if I completed my vintage collection set, and no, I have not even close. I think I have 41 of the vintage ones, but a bunch of them are duplicates. But I'm just picking up every once in a while those vintage figures. I mean, with the amount that I've spent on Hot Toys and the over 90 Black Series behind me, I could have easily gotten a lot of those vintage ones. But I'm getting what I enjoy, so that's what it's all about.
Oh, and absolutely. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to have to get to the point where I'm looking at my collection and I have regrets or just like hostility. Like that's just dumb to get angry at a figure. So this was, my childhood. These are happy memories. So I don't want to sit there and just look at the one Darth Vader and think, God damn it, I paid like $100 for that stupid figure. And, and I had to wait like 6 months after it came out. And I was like the last person. I don't want to ever get to that point. So, I mean, like sometimes you get to that decision on your own. Other times that decision kind of gets made for you. So I said this week to anybody who's more in here recently, Hasbro forced my hand. I think Sieber might have asked. Yeah, I think I have managed that. In every release that's coming out that got announced, I think I'm covered. I hate myself to some degree because I was just like, I'm not killing myself. I gave up. Like I couldn't get Echo. That was a nightmare. Whatever. So yeah, I'm covered. But this is it. Like I'm done having Hasbro make me buy whatever it is. Again, original trilogy. That's my near and dear. Mando is a very, very close second. And then I consider Rogue One part of the original trilogy. So that's just kind of thrown in there. And if they put up more of that stuff, I will make sure I get all of that. If it's anything more prequel or sequel, I'm just going to pick and choose. And I think exclusives, as much as I love my exclusives and my convention sets, maybe I can keep up with convention. But exclusives, unless it's something that's near and dear to my heart, I absolutely have to have it. I'm done breaking my back and expecting others to try to help as well. So I appreciate this community. You guys are fantastic. I love that I've been able to help people out as well, but I'll be damned if we shouldn't have to work that hard. As like having a map with pins on it and drawing strings all over the place just to be able to figure out where you're 3 figures from. That you got to go through to get that one, and okay, but this is going to end. There we go. Like that stuff like that. I'm not doing that anymore. So
yeah, it absolutely, and that I'm really sad about the Clone Wars line because I have been waiting for a Clone Armor Anakin and Obi-Wan to pop up, and then with it being a Target exclusive and not being able to pre-order it online is, I mean, I'm going to have to drive 2 hours to a Target or hope I can get it online because they're not doing pre-orders, but they will drop it and you can order it online. So it's like,
okay.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I'm like I said, they keep popping up here and there. So I've tried once, and by the time I had them in my cart, they were gone again. But they keep coming. Like I said, it's the Echo out of the 4. The Echo is the only one I don't think that's ever seen the light of day since it went live. And I think they got it out there a couple of times, and then it was just done. So, but the other ones, the Anakin and the Obi-Wan and the pilot, they every once in a while here and there. So let's see. back up. Let's see. I treat myself for a while. For cars, that hubby said treat yourself. Went through. Any chance he was right? Yeah, for the yeah. If you know what, if you're able to pick up the odd, the odd hot toy. So, like my wife's always said that sometimes I'm difficult to buy for because, again, this hobby makes you feel that you, as soon as you have to keep up on it, that you can't just let something go. But then you see recently, like with the General Grievous and the Gamorrean Guard, like they were up, they were there for a little while, they were gone, and then now they've been re-released again already. And
yep,
the shock trooper, we found more stock, or we're putting more shock troopers out there. Same thing. Oh, you get these extra things. So I just, like, so you feel that you have to buy it right away. And then a year later, when you're like, yeah, I really didn't need that. Honestly, I really don't care for that General Grievous Black Series figure. It's okay. It's not anything special. But if I would have known that I could have let that go because it would have come back out later, I would have passed on that in a heartbeat. I would have just waited, and and then you look at the Jar Jar Binks. Really? You gave us the same damn thing within the span of just a couple of months, and you get less, but you pay more or something because it's on a shiny card. And I don't get that, because again, had I known that we were going to get a dumbed down Jar Jar, I would have waited for that one, because I don't need him with a Booma or a shield. I don't even really need him with the spear, because that's not my Jar Jar Binks. I don't like the character, but the Jar Jar I would think would be doing something stupid. Again, his tongue hanging out of his head.
Yeah, or come with the little thing that he tries to eat at the market. Yeah.
Yeah. So just dumb. So just dumb. Clone Command. I don't know. Part of me thinks that that maybe we'll see them just drop in the regular line, and then part of me thinks, no, we're not gonna see them, because it's Hasbro, and Hasbro will make you feel that, yeah, maybe, because they've re-released some of the figures, like, what was it, Wolf, or Gree was done. He came back. Was it Wolf or
Wolf.
Rex? Was it Wolf?
Yeah, so if it were Rex, I'd have one. But I did get the Wolf after I had thought that they were gone.
So a lot of stuff's coming back out again. So again, Tusken Raider. I mean, at least that did come back out, because that one hasn't been out for a while. That one's a pretty old one. So, but I don't know if I say no, then it'll come out mainline. But if I had to bet, I'd say no. Freaking cat. I don't know why he won't go upstairs. He can go upstairs, yeah. And we're gonna finish off. Yeah, we've hit 2.5. Okay, guys, yeah. It's gonna kill me to do this, but yeah, I think we're gonna start to wind things down, and I'm gonna hate myself for doing it, but yeah, we're 2.5. We could easily go longer, and I normally would say no problem, but yeah, I got a busy start to the week, so we'll start saying, Treebeard. So it's May 20th. Oh, I thought it was June. I thought the figures were releasing in June. I should look back on my orders. So I don't know. I guess they're coming soon, but they're showing up on the 18th. So like 10 days, like less than 10 days from now. Well, okay, this is going to be an interesting one. So I don't know how it's going to play out. That's for sure. But I'm gonna keep trying to see if I can order a couple more of at least the Anakin and the Obi-Wan. So hopefully if some people need some help, so for sure. But yeah, you're a nice one, aren't you? There you go. But let's see, targets are showing Clone Warren Wave at 30 as well. Jesus, Murphy. Okay.
They're all
yeah,
over the place. They're all over the
Yeah.
place when it comes to price, when it comes to dates, when it comes to like that multicolored Boba Fett. They accidentally put it up ahead of time, and then it was like sold out, and then they put it back up. And I mean, John, Super Awesome Geek Show, does not get frustrated very much when it comes to that kind of stuff, and he was pissed that he wasn't going to be getting that retro prototype Boba Fett.
Dang. Yeah, that sucks. Hey, if there's like just one thing, I just want one, and then that was kind of crazy. Just like when they didn't have any announcement that they weren't going to be doing pre-orders, and then you get everybody going, why the hell Toys R Us in Canada get them before anybody else, and then everybody's waiting around for days going, are they not going up for pre-sale for us? And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, guess what, guys? They're just dropping in the store on day of. So I was like, oh, that's horrendous.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, Brian, you take care. Yeah, sleeping for sure. All right. Let's see. Linda, Adam, Dagupa, Aaron, Sieber, GeForce, David, Clone Command, Crazy 8, Barry, anybody else I could possibly Clink, anybody else we could possibly be forgetting. It's not on purpose, but Gilster. Can't forget Gilster. But yeah, it's and Shane. There's more and more. But yeah, normally we would keep going, but yeah, it's going to be a busy start. So, and I'm hoping to put some stuff up. Hey, Hooter, for sure. Take care. Yeah, hopefully I'm done shooting the ships, the Eagle Moss Star Trek. So I think maybe I'm going to drop a Star Trek thing first.
Oh,
and
cool.
Then we go from there. So action figure encounters, you too.
Sierra,
yeah, just a little bit different. It's a new rabbit hole now that Darth Muzza and Crazy sent me some ships, and super awesome. So now I'm looking for more. So check Yak Face. All right, thanks, Barry. Excellent. Yeah, again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Yep. If it wasn't for them, well, I guess we wouldn't be here. So
right.
Partially anyway. But yeah, excellent. But Brandon, thank you so much again, my friend, for hanging out again. Fingers crossed for you.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
I don't want to say more than that.
Yeah,
you haven't been looking, have you? So don't look at it. Just walk away. Just
done.
Be all good. Just think Qui-Gon Jinn. So
right.
It'll be all
So, thanks for having me.
All right,
on.
guys.
It was awesome.
Oh, no worries at all. It's you know what? I like going from people that have been on before, but we've had a bit of a gap, and now that you've been had a few other things going on now, especially with Bad Batch and what have you. So it was I think it was time for a bit of an update for sure. So Ow, bugger. Okay. There we go. Sleeping. I will give you the last comment right there. And Lukey, take care as well. Yep. Absolutely, guys. Thanks for hanging once again. Yep. To any mamas. Absolutely. All right, guys, take care. Again, be safe, be good, but not too good.